So, gonna have to get used to this annoying screen at the startup because the hotkeys are messing with my charts. So this is Ryan Rutherford coming back to you with not fantasy football, but I'm gonna start my stock daily journal. So Sundays I'll go over my watch lists, and then every day I'm gonna go over moves I made, where my entries are and stuff. So to give the basics of my plan, so I've back tested this plan. It's really good win rate, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to determine trends of the market based on 20 period moving average over top of the 50 period moving average. So if we're trending above, basically the light blue is above the dark blue and my candles are above, then I'm going to go for long. And if my light blue is underneath my blue and my candles are below that, I'm going to go shorts. So my basic strategy is trend, area of interest, buy and sell. So I call it tabs, which is similar to the May that you can find online, which basically is your moving trend, your area of interest, your entry, your out, exits, etc. So my entrance is how this strategy works that I've been using. Is I want to see a dip below the 20 moving average, whatever way I'm going. So that, for instance, this chart right here, you can see I'm trending up. So I already determined this is the upward trend. And then once it dips below and then comes back above, I'm looking for a pullback and a play. So that's going to be my thing. So my pullback needs to be within the Fibonacci retracement levels of 78 to 38. As long as the candle sits within there and the wick doesn't go below 23, then I'm going to play it. At that point, I determine my stop loss. So from the bottom of that play, which if I was doing a 4-hour play, it would be here. And then I would go ATR, which is down here, 1.2. So I would go 1.2 below this, which is roughly here, roughly down somewhere in here, below this candle. And then I'll do 1.5 to 1 times that, depending on my next support and resistance. So I'm not going to really get into basics of how to trade in this. This is just my journal. So I'm just giving you ideas how I do it. So once I get my stop loss, I do 1 and 1.5 times, depending on my next level of resistance. And then I will sell. So this is kind of what I'll be doing throughout this journal. So I develop my watch list every week based on which one of these criteria have been met, and the basics of how they've been met as I just explained it. So I'm just going to dig right into it. So how I do my top-down analysis is I was all the way out, determine my resistance levels, and then I determine my plays. So these are all plays that I'm going to go over. So the first one is DE. As you've seen, it went under, dipped under here, pulled up, pulled back down, pulled back up again. So I'm expecting a pull on Monday, and I'm going to play on that. So how I'm going to do that is I'm going to show you all of my what I plan on doing. So I determine this is where I want to be. So I go down to 30, and at 30 already it's looking pretty good, right? So it went down, it's kind of hit the bottom, it started trending back upwards. So this one's been moving back up. And on my plays, I also want to see it above the 20 as well on uptrend. So I did pull up and did pull back down. I fibbed this. It's already roughly in my wheelhouse. I don't mind fibbing these as we go. Doesn't hurt. So I click on my drawing. I usually go on my phone. This is something new to me, but I have messed with this, so it's not too unheard of. So I will go here to here, top to your bottom. Pullback is below my 78.6, and the wick already dipped below 61.8. So the 61.8 to 38.2 is the areas that have the highest success rate. These are kind of the pro levels, and as long as it doesn't go below the pro level or stays above, then those aren't even valid plays. These are the plays I want, but I can make plays based on this. And since I am downtrending, confirmed right here that I'm going to starting an uptrend. This cleared the previous high. So this will be the play I'm looking for. So once I get a close above high candle, so a green candle that clears the previous red candle, or even a red candle that is above the previous red candle. But I do want to enter on a green candle, so it's going to be a green candle. So I'm looking for green candles on this tomorrow, and then this will be a valid play. So going back to my 4-hour time frame, I'll go to my next play, which is Roku. So this was deer. So Roku, the same thing. I was above the trend. This is below, which is fine because, like I told you, my plays are below. So I'm not playing this unless it goes back above. But just to be ready, because this is roughly a 7-point move, and it's Roku is, if you look in here, for instance, it went from 82 to 95, 96. So it's 14 move. So it can easily clear this line tomorrow. So maybe midday tomorrow, I might be looking for an entry. So then I'll drop back down to 30. And you can kind of see here, this is like almost like a really big play. And if we scroll down further and even go into this further, so it has spiked up, pulled back, spiked up, pulled back. Now once this goes back up, it's going to clear this high, and that's what I'm looking for. So this is more of a consolidation, but I know Roku, and if you looked at the previous highs, it's kind of in a longer, tighter pullback, but it is getting ready to clear. And as you can see here in my 30-minute candle, it's already cleared the 20, and it just clipped it. So it's a good trend. It's slightly going back up. So if it clears it in the 4-hour, I'll pull back down to here and look for a pullback. And the good thing about Roku, this play is this is a longer play, so this is a really high pullback right here. So if I got all that play up, which is 40 points, pulled back 20 points, this next one could pull up to 240, 220. I'm not looking to capture all that, but I would like to capture a good 15-point ride. So I'm probably, once it clears here, then I'm looking to go about to 192 or so. So I like this play a lot. Another play I like is Walmart. Been a while since I played Walmart. It's been consolidating a lot. But as you can see here, it's just about ready to cross back over. It crossed back down a couple weeks ago on the pullback. So this is similar to Roku. It's been consolidating a lot. But when we sink back down more, it's kind of dropped down, propped up, and then it had less of a pullback. Hasn't really got back up here, so it's still consolidating. But if I clear these highs right here, especially this high here, I'll be looking to play. And Walmart can easily do that. And if you go down to a 30-minute time frame, as you can see, it's a little more clear that, see, this is pretty even. It's still consolidating, and it's still down here, but you can see there's a slight bump and pull, and I'm looking, since it's crossing back over, that this might be going up. So what I'm going to be looking at is when you go back in here, so it's consolidating here, and this is kind of a possibility of a ascending triangle. So the lows are getting lower, so it's kind of growing. Yes, this high is not here, but if this does cross above up here, then I will be looking to play. We can kind of pull back and kind of look back here at what I'm looking at, and it's a little more clear. So this is a pullback slowly coming up, and it did cross under, and this took a while, but it's slowly coming back up. So it's a possibility that the 20 goes above here. I already just went under recently, and then I could get a good play. Next will be Microsoft. I don't really having a set amount of stocks I'm looking at every day. It's just whatever ones crossed back over recently, and then you're looking for their criteria met. So as you can tell, this is just catching up, just like Walmart. And I'll get towards the end of this of showing you my some of the things I look for when I do that. So as you can see here, it seems like the downtrend. You got a nice bullish candle here, pull back within, and this guy, if we actually fib it, I mean, it's already in a really good place. So it crossed below 78. Wick's not quite there yet, but I do expect a down red candle in the morning, and then it could potentially go up. So this is another play that I'm liking a lot. So I dropped down to the 30-minute time frame here, and it looks even a lot cleaner. So you can see it already passed the other previous high, and this is a potential nice play here. So this is kind of nightward consolidation, pulled back up really strong, popped that down almost at 61.8 when you zoom back down, and it's already looking like it's crossing back over. And so my close above high candles that I'm talking about, so none of these are it. But if you look here, for instance, the top of this candle closed above this week, so this would be a play for me. But obviously I'm looking down below, so like for instance, if this candle was here, this top of this candle is not above that wick, so I wouldn't play. This one's not above the wick. This is a really tough situation, right? But you're looking at the previous one. So this candle right here closes above high, so like this would be the play. So like if one closed right above here in the morning, then I'm in. Mornings are rough though, because you get these big candles. But even if it closes above the morning overnight candle, I'm still okay buying in on it. All right, so the next one I'm going to do is AMD. Been a while since I played AMD as well. AMD's been rough lately. It was really good for a while, especially after Intel's chip issue, but for a nice solid while, I mean, down here it's low. Intel, I believe this is somewhere around Intel, had a massive spike. Maybe Intel is only about here, but it's been spiking up, consolidating, went up a little bit again, and then for the previous couple weeks it's been just going down, which is okay because it's kind of the pullback. But as you can see, it reached, so it pulls up, kind of tries to come back up, then goes back down, but now it's on a pullback again, and as you can see, the 20 finally caught up to it. It hasn't caught up yet, but it's really close. You know, it's not going to take much of a pull to get that above. So like a candle like this, it's already above. So I'm really looking at this, especially I got my cross under. So I drop down to 30, looks even better. So this nice solid Thursday, Friday, catching back up. Lower highs, higher highs, lower lows, or higher highs and higher lows. So I'm liking this play a lot. So this pulls back. Let's fib it. It needs to pull back in the morning, and if we get a giant pull and this is caught up, then I might be playing in early. So let's do a drawing. Pull out my fib tool. And I have researched these. These are all good. I just want to show you guys what I'm thinking when I do this. So you want to see really strong plays like this. I don't want to play consolidations. I want to play strong. Look at these strong candles. So this one's not there yet. It'd take a nice solid red in the morning, and then it just might push over right away. So AMD is one of the ones I'm looking at. Another one is Kruger. Kruger I haven't really played much lately. It was downtrending fairly hard, and I was playing some shorts on these. But now it's similar because, and a lot of these are similar because the market's been playing going, finally hitting a pullback because it's pulled up for so long. But as you can see, short, and then over the last week, it's reversing fairly well. So finally caught up to the 20, and as you can see, it's kind of he's doing all these short pulls. It's done a nice pullback, and so now it's in another little uptrend. So these little uptrends here, I mean, yeah, they don't look great, but if you look here, 32 up to 33.4, so it's almost a point. And if I can buy a few of these, a point gets you a nice play. So if I can capture this is 34, 32.3. These are pretty consistent pulls, right? So that's a quick $150 easily. So I had a nice pull here. Come up, it's gonna pull up, just crossed over, so I'm gonna need some more to this to play. This is one of my weaker plays, but it is finally turning around. So if I get a good pull in the morning and a pullback and it's already over, it dropped here, small pullback, and then if I get a decent pull up in the morning, maybe towards the end of the day it pulls back enough and I get a close above high at the end of the day, because usually it likes to go up or down in the morning, and then levels back out, catches up opposite way it was going. So realistically, what I want is a really strong morning out of this stock. And if I get a really strong morning upwards, it pulls back during the day. Then at the end of the day, I can get a nice candle to get in. As you can see, when I go to 30, things change. It's above the 20 here, just like in the 4 hour. Had a pull up, down, pulled up, cleared the high, not a lot, but enough. So I already got this candle here. So it's funny how things on 30 look so much different. I still need to see a good pull up on the 4 hour candle before I play this. But yeah, I really dislike the computer. I'm not as good with the computer. Drawings, let's undo, drawing, undo. So here to here, I'm always on my phone, but obviously I don't want to stream this on the phone. But look, you can see this pullback, beautiful, 61.8. And I already got some more pullback here, and then the first candle it shows is a green candle, so it pulled down here. So this could shoot up right in the morning, which is what I really wanted to do. So I really like this play as well. And then it's always nice to have one reversal play or the opposite direction, just in case the market doesn't play fair. So airlines, as you know, took the biggest hit in the coronavirus, other than obviously, so you can see the drop here. But unlike Amazon and stocks that weren't affected as much by COVID, airlines have been the worst. And I mean, it's tried to pull up numerous times, and it's just really been consolidating. The market's been going up and up and up and up, and already cleared this right here. So Amazon and Microsoft and a lot of the companies trending, especially technology, are trending super strong. Airlines they're not going anywhere, and right now, because of the news of layoffs, it's even worse. But it gives you plays. So as you can see here, had a nice pullback. It was looking good. News came out of unemployment layoffs, and down she goes. Nice pullback, down she goes. Nice pullback. I cleared my 20 moving average. Now I'm looking for a short coming here. And if you want to count waves, we have right here. This could be considered 1 and 2. This could be 3. This could be 4. This could be 5, and this could be going up. Or this could be 1, 2, and this just could be some consolidation. I could be about to do 3, which could be bigger than this. And hopefully it's just a 3 or a 5, but as long as I clear this candle in the morning, and it might even just be on the first play in the morning, red candle straight down, I might just get right in, because it could be one of these, giant candle, and then for the next couple days, at least one that day and the next day, I could get a really good play. So that's going to be another one of my plays. And as beautiful as that looks there, we go down here, and it looks just as good, right? So this is a new high. So here, you get this big play. I mean, you could kind of say this is a 1, 2, down to 3, consolidating 4, 5, like I said. But this could also just be 1, 2, 3, and this could just be a consolidation, and then it could shoot. It's hard. Sometimes it's hard to count waves, because waves are by 5s, right? And pullbacks are by 3. So so you can count here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Consolidate. Maybe this is the start of a new wave, which should go 1, 2, 3. But as you can see here, this is consolidating, pulling up, and then I'm looking for it to clear. But once it's crossed above this is good for me. It clears back under. I'm in. So a big play in the morning could just drop it right underneath, and then I'm in again. So I like this play too. So to give you a little, these are just some tips I've learned from my brother-in-law. So monitor SPY. SPY's been took a hit recently. As you can go back to coronavirus time, right? So the whole market tanked. So market goes down, and if you looked at Delta, it was doing nothing like this, but the market's just going up. roughly we've had this slight patch and some small pullbacks, and you could go 1, 2, 3, and maybe it's just going to go back up again. This just could be the pullback, and so we could continue up. So SPY is actually looking really good, and the reason SPY needs to look good is because the market goes as a whole for the most part. So consolidating down, we here, and then we cleared this, so we could potentially going up, but just like you see here, right, it thought the same thing, and then it went down and just ate up all that progress, just like here. So these are these pullbacks, 1, 2, 3, and then reverses back to where it's supposed to be going. So I'm hoping this is a pullback, and as you can see here, we're under here, but it is kind of leveling out again. So even if it just does this pushback like it's already started, and it only pushes back up to here, maybe 335 or something like that, or maybe it doesn't even clear this, but it goes up to 331. It still gives me plays this week, even if it goes back down. So I'm not too worried about this. I want to make sure that the continuation trend pull happens. I mean, it could go down here, and it could just shoot down, but when you go to the 30, it looks pretty promising, right? So it's down, down, down. Here, pull back up, pull back, and then you cleared this high. So it's at least in a continuation for now, and it could not clear this, and it could be a myth and just go straight down, but that's why I'm going to watch it. As you can see, it's a pretty good clear right here. And then the opposite of that is the volatility of the market. So as you can see from the last one, so here you got coronavirus, bad, so this goes up. This basically plays the opposite of the market. So volatility means, oh, this is bad, I went skyrocket, and then since then it's been going down, going down, going down, and then recently the SPY was taking a big hit because it made this pull up, but since then it's consolidating, and then it made a higher high, but now it's on the reverse trend. It didn't clear the previous high, so it's going back down, which is good for the market. It did clear here, which is a little concerning, but these pullbacks, as long as it goes down, this is going to dip back under, and we're going to be in good shape. So those are my plays tomorrow. So Monday I'll show you what plays happened or what plays didn't happen, and I'm going to try to stay within a range of $3,000 a day. So that's the most money I could spend over a given time frame. So if I make, say, 4 plays tomorrow, say $3,000, and then I keep those plays the next day, I can't make any plays. So my money is only available. So if I make a play tomorrow and I close it, then it's available to me Tuesday. But if I make a play tomorrow and I don't close it, then whatever money I have left over of $3,000, I can continue to play the next day. Otherwise, I just have to stay in my trades. And if you can look at these trades, so sometimes the trade just goes up one day and you sell, but sometimes it's slower and it takes 1, 2, 3, 4 days to make your profits. So we'll try to play this real life for the next 3 months. I'm going to do this journal hopefully every day and show you guys my profit and see how I do. I'm going to reset my paper trading to 200,000 and see how much I can make in 3 months before I go live. And this will be my journal. So thank you for listening. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I can go over them the next day. All right, peace out.